good old American songs, right? Whether they're rock, rap, R&B, I mean, all of it together, you know? That's what ACBN is about, right? Let's see something. See, this is what it's so aggravating, you know? Oh, there you go. Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, there you go. So, ACBN is going through some stuff. You know why? Because it's mine. I'm going through it. But praise God. Praise Allah. Because today, oh boy, I don't feel all the feelings like my body, my ass, my groin, my knee, everything fucking... Not a sore, like, oh, you're dealing with sore pains. No, motherfucker. It feels like somebody is just shooting me and stabbing me and everything. And it when I'm not here, I'm laying down. And when I'm laying down, it is the worst feeling in the world. And the insulin might take that away, but it'll fill me with what I don't want. And what's going to kill me faster. So you just got to keep eating good, keep eating greens, keep eating leafy greens, keep drinking water. That's what then that shit is killing me because now I need protein shots or something. Something I don't know if the protein shots are going to work in the end because you're taking them and it's giving you protein, but are you missing something? I don't know. ACBN is your on-the-spot passport. ACBN, American Radio. Want you to know right now. All right, you know what? Now I got to do something. Hey, this is my song. Welcome to Cris, Blakk, Los Angeles. ACBN, American Radio. Get to say you will. Don't forget to say yeah, 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 yeah. I love Allah. You love me, that you need me, want me, and that you squeeze me. Now, come on now. Remember when we used to be 9 years old? No, of my soul. Me go. Want you to know right now. Good to me, babe. Better than I've been to myself. Leave me. Nobody else. Want you to know. Want you to know right now. Make me wanna yeah, so I love that song. I love the words to that song. I love singing it. Feels so good. When I was a little kid, you can't buy these things. You know, your experiences in life. And when I was a little kid, the one thing I loved about my town, Bayonne, was that when we were little, we used to go to school dances. Whatever that meant to the older kids yet. I wasn't for me yet, but it was what was really for me was having fun and dancing. You know what? The evilness in in young people. It takes it away. Because I remember what I was there for. What I was there for was the music. And you know what happened? My mind was like, first of all, I was always by myself. You know, I didn't have cousins and stuff, and whoever I had, nobody ever cared enough to like stick up for me or say anything. And I have these beliefs. I know people be like, God, that's like old ass, you know. So this is what I want to say. Like, if I had a little sister, or if I had an older sister, I mean, I do have an older sister, but I mean, if they were there at the dance with me, you know, which I don't think it could have happened. I think my sisters and my brothers and sisters are way older. Oh my God, I gotta tell you this weird story. So, like, no, none of my brothers and sisters, they're not like, you know, like if I ever complain, they're like, oh, fucking assholes. Right? So, like, if you're in the 5th grade, yeah, maybe I did like it, but still, hell no. There should have been, like, somebody coming over, I don't know, man, you know? But then they would have been like, because you know why? Even if it would have been like a back and forth thing, oh, please, just one dance. And I'm watching, like, and I'd be like, yeah, like, try to be the best. Like, okay, God is watching you. Right? But I didn't even think that way then. What happened was I was watching the other kids. I was like, why are the kids acting so romantical and shit and all dope? Like, I was like, I thought we were just friends and shit. And I was like, oh, and then I went home and thought about it. I was like, kept thinking about it. I was like, and I kept thinking about a girl who kept coming over to me and grab my hand and be like, come on, let's dance. And she was kind of like, you know, nerdy look, but she was so cute. She had like short hair. Nerdy girl. And I think I did kiss her. And then I tried to call her. They were like, ah. They users. See, you're 10 years old. I love her. But this is what I mean. Like, people are like, oh, you should. No, man. No. Like, let me tell you something. You can have a partial experience with explanation and be educated on that at the moment where you're supposed to be, because that's a responsibility of what it is to how you raise a kid. A kid's not supposed to have an experience and then not talk about it. They get messed up, and you get the wrong idea in life, and you think this is okay. It's not okay. And I love being this way. I love thinking like this. You know, even my own Christian family be like, "Oh, that's too much." Now, come on, you gotta. No. What? You know what it is? Because the more the ages come and you get these cornball archon pastors in the churches talking people into like getting, oh, the law, it's not for, the law is not, no. Don't listen to these people. Because they're like, oh, you stressed yourself out. Okay, yeah, all right, I understand being holy and all that stuff. Believe me, there's a balance to it. There's a balance to it all. My thing is this. Because humans are humans and they're really messed up and angry and jealous sometimes, you know? The truth is, you're growing up, you want to fucking learn. Don't learn off the information of your personal life. I mean, yes, you learn, but don't be telling people anything about yourself. Nothing. Don't talk about yourself. People ask questions, they'll be like, oh, I don't know. And if they keep asking, be like, I really don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like to talk about it. That's it. I say, oh, okay. And then you ask them questions, and if they're like, oh, well, you don't want to tell me. I'm like, oh, okay. And then sometimes they'll be like, they'll tell you the whole everything. You're like, fine, but that, or walk away, or whatever. You know what I mean? You're describing it. I'm tired of telling people what to do. You feel lonely in life, you want to get out there, or the fact that there's so much femininity in the wrong. There's femininity in the right, and that's called balance. It's correct by the smallest meter, okay, to the whatever chemical reading and containing element that is for you, for your health, that makes up who you are, is absolutely, most assuredly different than any other person. Yeah, there might be a whole bunch of people that may be similar to you, and that's cool. That's what gives you the power, if you're experiencing that, which is beautiful, to bring those people together if you wanted to, or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. That's old. Everything I'm saying, all this stuff is old, but the reason why I'm saying it now is because these are the things that are destroying the understanding of things. Why do I say that? Because you're destroying it, the information, by tossing it away. All these people grow up. They want to be. I used to say Americanized, but that's not true. Like America's old. I mean, America's new. England-sized, Britishized. What do you say to that? Everybody speaks English. So this is what pisses me off, is that there's a lot of young kids out there that it's almost as if they are either very, very private about their culture or embarrassed. And sometimes I could tell the ones that are embarrassed. It's hurtful. Because the ones that are embarrassed fake the funk, and they're like, they claim Archon right away. They claim the Archon right away, Alright, we're not going to play the whole song. Sorry. I mean, we're not going to play it loud. Just put it a little loud. I like that song. But what I want to get back to is the idea, if you look at society today when it comes... I'm sorry to narrow it down. Let's say we're talking about all the religions, right? I know it sucks because it's stress or whatever, drama or whatever. It's not good to fight. I would rather have somebody walking around like they're hardcore and about to kill somebody than to watch a man go, yeah, 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 oh. Sheik, how do I rub my leg? Sheik, why is my girlfriend spending time with my best? I hate these people. I'm wrong. Because there's this thing about having your heart broken. But you know what doesn't fly with me? When you're a $50 billion you fucking live in a mansion, you live in a palace, you got pet lions, your father's a sheik. You can have whatever you want to have, anything you want, anytime, and But I also understand the heartache, because I have made myself look like a fool so many times. But my point is this: if you love the person that you're with, if you're with somebody and you feel right, I gotta tell you something. Well, a real man, not a fucking little bitch man, right? That's raised in fucking wealth and acts like a bitch. But a man, whether he's rich or whether he's poor, if the father's a good, strong man, or got good, strong male influence around like that, good. Praise the Lord. Okay? But, because what happens is, a woman is going to want to be with you because you're rich, or you can be rich, and then when she sees that what kind of man you are, she's like, oh, I can't believe this. And you're going to feel that all the time, and then that's why you go online and go, Sheik, why is my wife, she is this, so, but you say something else because you don't know what to say, because you don't want people to see you crying about something, Not worth crying about. So you have to fucking say the story. See, that's what I'm saying. All this shit that's against the woman. If you treated your woman right from the beginning and acted right, you wouldn't have these problems. And that is not always true because why? Listen to this. Because women and men sometimes change their mind and attitude. My girlfriend has a fucking attitude. Holy shit. Does that mean that I'm gonna go? Wait. Okay, let's be real. Before Islam, right? And this is just a fucking joke, so don't get all fucking stupid. Satan, what shall I do? My dragon, she's a little snotty little fucker. I'm gonna fucking slap you. Get the fuck out of here. I hope she fucking kills you. See, and that's a joke, but I'm doing that because why? Do you know why the reality of that is the absolute of everything? Because that is the absolute of everything. Can't you fucking wake up? We can be in religion. We can uphold the beautiful. I know this sounds crazy, and a lot of my friends that are like maybe atheists or in that high-minded sense, they maybe, I don't know if they understand, or maybe they're like, because I know some of them do believe in God, but they do it in their own kind of way. I used to say that the reason why I share so much information and I don't mind being personal is to teach people. I don't have to have, you know, I don't have to have see the reciprocation happening, you know, material wise. Why? Because there's people out there fucking you up. One day, my views on one video will be a 168. The next day, it's 78. Like, how did it unview, you asshole? And these are the things that are like just annoying. I don't know if it's a bot. I don't know if it's this. I don't know if it's that. I don't know if it's YouTube. It feels like it's YouTube. Oh, I don't know who it is, and I really don't care. I can't stand none of these people. Can't stand nothing all around. Nothing. Nothing's right. Everything's all messed up. But we have to live on, and we have to go on. We have to be strong enough. And sometimes you find yourself in a pool, and you're like, it's not that you're drowning. You're just like something's happening where nobody is being heard because nobody wants to hear each other. Everybody's either jaded or tired or exhausted or hurting or whatever. But here is the thing. Piousness. Listen to me. Piety is what granted the people of Kemet when they asked Ra, the minute they asked him for something and things were like, boom, that's where they got it from, like, oh, ask God and he'll, of course, because they were pious. They didn't do listen, how do I say this? I don't know if Kemet was called Kemet before or before the invasion, after the invasion, I don't know. Whatever Kemet was, or whatever it was before, we know that there was streets of gold. We know that the pyramids were gold, or had gold on them, and it was all taken. It was all stolen. The pyramids were thicker and real, like, whoa, edged out, and had the writing on it and everything. Those Sphinx were all gold. They're stripped. Everything was stripped. Okay. That's where they get streets of gold from. The streets were gold because Africans were big. They weren't Africans. They were whatever people from, or if you want to call it Pangea, whatever you want to call it. And all the whole planet was black, and it had like the land on the ends, and it spread out, right, a little bit, and then one, right? It was like this, like a weird game ball with a giant patch of land on one side and two small patches of land on both ends, and the other side all water, which gave it one world, half the world, the water world, and half the world, the land world. And the other half had magical, that's where they get dragons from, and all kinds of beings, and yes, all those things were there. They destroyed this place. All the land that was destroyed at the one end, which was the real node or real direction, call it north, was destroyed. And that's what caused that to become the moon. And we got the 4 seasons, and everything got destroyed. And that's where they got indigenous from. It wasn't the beginning, okay? Indigenous is a result of the invasion. So what was it? They say it's a black ship the size of, or like a rectangular cube, or whatever they call it. Like a building. And it just crashed, and all this stuff happened. They were breeding with humans. They were doing things, these archons, and that's where they get the hate from. The Nazi, the hateful, archon descendants, killing, black people, because everybody was black. Japanese were black. Europeans were black. All Asians, all Spanish-speaking countries that are whatever they are, from Mexico to Guatemala down to South America, they were all black. Black. Okay? And that's why we are what we look like, brown people. It would be probably insane to say, if I was to say that, I have a direct connection to Archon. Not really, because look at who I am and how I'm acting and what the things I say and the things I choose. Okay? Trying to breathe here. So, when after the invasion, it was a very long time, because first there was a freeze over, and then the moon going on its axis, the earth going on its axis, or the whatever, the earth. It was like a big giant spell, because there was no time. It was people just living. Because if you read whatever Adam and Eve, or the Garden of Eden, the Garden of Eden specifically, the magical part of the Garden of Eden, you read that part. That's what all Earth was. Earth was that. That was Earth. But the part, and when I say, the streets of gold, that was also there too. It had everything. It was like the streets of gold was the city, and the beautiful gardens was the country. You see. And they had, structures. And they lived in them. And they had other structures that they lived in. And I don't know why. I don't know. All I could imagine is, maybe they are the beginning of what the true archetype was. Like, certain people do this, certain people do this. And there was maybe several types of archetype within one regional kind of thing, and then other archetypes in another regional kind of thing. And they're those two. I don't know, but I'm just saying, And when the invasion came after a while, the moon magnetically attracted to what the truth was about those archetypal people, and said, okay, look, and this time knew that, like, because why it was part of Earth, it was whatever that pull in the knowing, whatever that is, that real compass, that real natural compass is Argatha, which is the moon. But it's like possessed and bad now. Because why? Because of the archons. And that's why we have all these problems. That's why you see racism. That's why you see people evil. That's why you see slavery. You say, are you kidding? Like, to me, to walk and see one of the gods on the street, I want to fucking kill somebody. Because in that, you'll never see that in Pangea. And then even in Kemet, and even in when things, whatever, I don't know, like I said, if Kemet was after, because whatever, they had to rebuild everything. But all I know is that today you can see the Archon right in your face. I have some Archon traits. Probably, absolutely. Like, I'm from that, family. Like, I shouldn't. I don't know, but I'm not going to judge nothing. I'm not going to say it. All I'm saying is everybody's got something. But we're going to take a break.